There she is. Look at that, right on top. But
Here we go. Ellie Kemper. She was a little nervous about doing this Instagram Live. She hadn't done this Instagram Live before. There she is.
Hi, haven't
Hey,
used it. Bright, really bright. Am I washed out?
you're very bright on your face.
This isn't my house, Rain. Let me turn off a light.
You have a moon face.
I know. Why I always have a moon face.
I like that virtual brick wall you have behind you. Or is
I
it a real
know.
brick wall?
I said I put my boys to work this morning. I said it's a real brick wall. I
You
said
had them build it?
yeah, Rain. I'm still washed out. I needed them to do something.
It's like you
And
have floodlights on your face.
well,
Is there
I'm
like,
not. I'm not going to turn the. That's better. A little bit better.
oh, do you have one of those ring lights that illuminate one of those things for
I have
live
one of.
streams?
I have one of those, but that is not what this is. I'm not going to turn the phone around because, like I said, this isn't my house. But the lights in this kitchen. I'm in a kitchen, are like floodlights, and they're really bright on your face. But I think that's a little better. Hi, Rain.
Why are you in some house that you don't know anything about? What's happening?
First of all, I appreciate the therapy that you just. I think that's very valuable what you just shared.
Yeah,
Second,
I'm a pretty good therapist.
yeah,
I'm only $1,000 a
an hour.
session.
I know. You're not going to get many clients at this moment in time
If I
charging
get
that rate.
three, I can make my
Patient.
rent. I'm
Yeah.
fine.
I am at a friend's house in St. Louis to answer that question. A very generous friend who's not here has allowed my family and me to quarantine here during this whole mess. So,
Your family's from St. Louis. You're a St. Louis born and bred,
yes.
along with Jenna Fisher and Phyllis Smith from The Office.
Yep. And Rusty Mahmood is also from here. You remember Rusty?
I remember Rusty, the AD, the assistant
AD.
director. Yeah.
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 Assistant director for
Why
this.
are we talking about the crew of The Office?
I don't know.
No one here cares about the crew of The Office. Do you understand?
Especially you and me.
Please give me a break, right? It's so nice to see your beaming face.
It's so nice to see you. I just looked at my face again. It's still really blown out. It's so good to see you, Rain. And thank you for doing this for everyone. It's
How
like
many babies do you have?
I have two.
Someone is saying tap on your face. Maybe if you tap on your face on your phone or your iPad. No, on the screen. No, that's reversed it. That reversed
I can't
it.
do that. Wait a second. How do I
Now
turn
we're
it? This is a nightmare. Oh, you guys.
Now you're back.
You're
You're back. Don't worry. But just on the screen itself, tap on your face and see if that helps. No, that's not doing anything. Okay.
Oh well, I'm still recognizable as me. Maybe if I get them close.
Yeah,
Maybe I sit farther
you are
away.
the unbearable Kimmy Schmidt.
I like that. Rain, remember your little remember the pilot I did right after The Office that didn't get picked up?
Oh, that's right. What was that called again?
Well, it was called Brenda Forever.
Brenda.
But what did you call it?
Can we
Rain?
remake Brenda Forever?
Rain.
What did I call it?
You called it Brenda for Never because it never got picked up. It was good.
Was it good? Are you sad that Brenda Forever went away?
It never really went away because it was never there, but it was really funny. It was about an orchestra, a symphony conductor, an orchestra conductor. Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, tell me.
I did a cop show after The Office. No one watched it. I mean, the numbers were terrible. Well, it was a mixed bag, but there's parts of it I really liked, and I think we had a lot of potential. And I loved Hart Hanson, the showrunner. Yep. But no one wanted. I did 13 episodes. I worked hard on that thing, man.
Yes.
And yeah.
Was that right after The Office? Like the next season of television?
It was right after The Office. Yes.
Yeah,
correct.
because I remember that. Oh, well, that's a shame because I even remember I was in New York at the time. I remember watching that show and really liking that show. But the television audience is fickle. So if you're saying people aren't, I don't know, maybe people.
And no one's watching network television anymore. Hey, do you have any feelings that you ever want to use, that you ever want to rain to, Ellie?
I was so happy. It's funny when you say you ever want to rain to, but I actually think what you're saying is very helpful and crucial, especially right now. I so identified with that, particularly the part about what is happening in your body, because last night I was falling asleep, everything was fine, and I woke up like only 15 minutes into sleep, and I had the most excruciating stomach. I felt like I was going to throw up. I felt like I was going to throw up, Rainn. And I think it's from all this stress.
Yeah.
Right? And so I, in my own, pretty, I guess, rudimentary way, I chalked it up to that. I was like, oh, you're probably feeling stress, and it's manifesting itself in your body. And I didn't, so it's a very a strange time.
Is Michael your deadbeat husband with you?
Do you know where he is?
Where?
He's in the basement of his house. Where are we?
Why is your husband in the strange basement of the house?
Because the Wi-Fi here is not so strong, so he has to work. He's working on a show. They're editing a show, and he's editing it in this right next to the what's it called? The router, I guess.
The router,
to the hub, yeah. But I'm just on cellular, and it seems to be working fine. But that's why he's in the basement.
That's amazing. That's amazing. You got to boost that. So listen, how have you been during this quarantine, and what have you been learning about yourself, and what can you share with our viewers?
Okay, and I don't know if this is at all. I hope this is, I don't know, illuminating, and I don't know what it is. I will tell you my experience.
Your face is illuminated. That's for damn sure.
You know what though? I'm not if I look at my face, I sort of want to keep that light on because I don't have on makeup, and the shadows, I'm going to keep it on. I'd rather have it blown out than the scary shadows that could haunt us. I have been having I am, first and foremost, I am extremely lucky. I'm in this house. I'm with my family. We're all healthy and safe. But this time is just beyond depressing. And I keep that, how do you get through it? It's what we're all asking ourselves. So I personally have been okay by actually just I found all that we can do is just take it one day at a time, because it's overwhelming. I mean, yeah. How have you? So
is that what you would say your learning has been, to just kind of slow things down and just go one day at a time, because we just don't know what's beyond today even.
Correct. And it drives me crazy, as I'm sure it drives most of the human race crazy, because we're planners. I want to plan. I'm in a house that's not mine. I don't know what is happening, and no one does. So I've heard people say this. There is a certain this sounds, I guess, counterintuitive, but calm in accepting that it's out of our control, that we don't know what's going to happen right now. Yeah. But I don't know how you can't take control of the situation. It's very challenging.
Can I share a quote with you?
Yes.
So as you know, I'm a spiritual dude. I mean, I'm not, it's weird. I'm really into spirituality. That doesn't mean that I'm actually very nice. I should probably work on that. I should probably work on that.
Are you not nice? You will rib me occasionally, but it's a joke.
I ribbed you from the moment you showed up on set. How did I rib you? Yeah. Because I said, you'll never fit in to this cast. You'll never be included. Yeah. Completely. You'll always feel a little bit left out because you joined late. And I would remind you of that almost every day.
Okay. Yes, you would. I can't disagree with any of that. I want to tell you something. I think that kind of ribbing is important. I think when you're new somewhere, you need to pay your dues. Yes. I appreciate that you said that. And I always, in the back of my head, assumed it was with like a sprinkle of sugar. That's not
Of course it was.
Here. But yeah, so I think that kind of thing.
Jenna knows, Angela knows, Brian, Oscar, all the people I'm closest to, John, they know, like, if I'm giving someone shit, it's because I love them and there's a great affection there.
Yeah, yeah.
I do. I love your husband especially, even more.
Oh, he's great. He's in the basement, but he's great. Yeah. I keep waiting. The stairs are that way.
So there's a great quote I saw. So even though I'm a spiritual guy, I've been reading the Stoics. Do you know anything about Stoicism?
No. I don't.
You went to Princeton.
Yes, but I didn't study Stoicism there.
And you were in Quip Fire.
The opposite of Stoicism. My
Yes.
hilarious improv troupe.
Quip Fire. Does Quip Fire still exist?
Oh yeah, and they've been doing a lot of
Quick Fire.
No. They're
Do you guys ever have reunions? Do you ever have reunions?
We have reunions. Yeah, we have a reunion every year, basically. Not everyone always attends, but as we're all experiencing, one of the silver linings to this awful situation is all the Zoom stuff going on. So they've been having a lot of Zoom game nights.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
That sounds super fun.
I haven't been able to join yet. I've been too busy
You've got 2 infant children. How many? You have a tiny baby and you have a 3-year-old now?
Yeah, you got it exactly right. I have an 8-month-old and a 3-year-old. And
wow, amazing.
Yeah, but and how old is your son, Rainn?
15.
15. That is a tough time to be a tough age for this. I'm sorry.
It's really tough. Teenagers need other teenagers to joustle with.
Yeah.
So it's tough.
Okay, yeah. Has he been able to see anyone?
He hasn't really. He has a neighbor boy friend who's across the fence, so they kind of visit with each other.
But when you said that, a neighbor boy.
They do. It's Nate the neighbor. Nate is across the fence, and he's like, "Hi, Nate. How's it going?" Yeah. "Hi, Walter. How's it going?" It's a little bit like The Simpsons. But anyways, the Stoics are very interesting. So this was a Roman philosophy that Marcus Aurelius practiced and wrote about in his journals. There's many great Stoic philosophers. I don't claim to be a expert in any way, but I've just been reading some of them recently. And there's a guy named Epictetus. Now, we think of Stoic as like having grim and having no feelings. So that's not what this is about. Mm-hmm. Stoicism is about a really like practical use of your emotions and where to put your focus and how and self-improvement. Mm-hmm. But Epictetus said, happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle. Some things are within our control and some things are not. It's kind of like the serenity prayer in AA. It is only after you have faced up to this fundamental rule and learned to distinguish between what you can and can't control that inner tranquility and outer effectiveness become possible. So this is exactly kind of what you're talking about, like learning what's in your control and what's not in your control.
Right.
Any thoughts?
It's hard. That's hard for someone who is controlling. Obviously, that's hard to accept. But, and I don't know if you experienced the same thing, but I did when having a child, where it's like, oh, you want to be able to control what, and you know this better than I do because you've been a parent longer, but you want to be able to control what they're doing and you want to be able to control your day and your schedule. And that's not ever what will happen. But it's hard because I crave structure. So I guess I need to distinguish the difference between structure and control, because that's what's been challenging during this time is.
Okay. No, that's a very good point. I think that's a really good point, that structure can be very helpful, but that is within our control. Structure is something you can set up, like wake up at 7 a.m.
Right. Build a brick wall.
Nice breakfast. Build a brick wall as a backdrop for an Instagram live show to because it accentuates the highlights in your hair.
Yeah. Oh, great. Great. Yeah. Structure. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
But that, I mean,
how do you have structure when you have two crazy babies? That must be so hard to be a mom during this time.
Well,
and essentially a single mom, because Michael's never around. He's always
in
on
that
his
basement.
TV shows.
Yeah. Oh, sweetie, I'll be down in the basement working on my show. Michael, the show, it's airing. It's done. You're done editing. No, just a couple
My show. Yeah. You sure he's working on his show?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I hate him. No, I don't. I love him. But again, I'm lucky in this situation. I do think it's, of course. Yes, of course. Every parent who has little kids or big kids or whatever, that has been difficult. I actually think it's been much, as I said, my kids are so little that it's not like they are missing social interaction. And, you know, they've been doing Zoom school and stuff. The older one has, but he's 3, so it's like,
wait,
you know,
wait a minute. How does a 3-year-old do Zoom school?
I'm definitely not convinced that Zoom
is he learning Mandarin?
No, not yet. Next year. No, he's not learning Mandarin. I mean, basically, I appreciate that he sees his friends. Ooh. Join us for our game night. I appreciate that he's seeing the kids from his preschool and all that, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's hard to stay focused at that age when you're 3, right?
It's hard to stay focused at 54.
I know. Has Walter been doing Zoom?
He does Zoom classes, yeah.
But he's 15 and can manage.
He's 15. He can
self-sufficient.
I guess that's what he's doing up in his room. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. He's working on his show. Yeah, but this whole thing has been. I understand. Like, I will say this. At the very beginning, I felt like, oh my gosh, I'm going to kill everyone in my household right now, just because we're all together all of the time. I'm not actually going to kill anyone in my household. I want to be clear. But then, like, I would say, 30 days in? Where are we? Are we 59? What day is this?
We're at least 40, 50 some days in. Yeah.
I realized, oh my gosh, there is no time for any squabbles because we all have to help each other. And it was really helpful. And since that like epiphany, it's been I've felt much calmer in my body, where you just accept, like, oh, we're all together, so we all have to make this work somehow. I don't know if any.
Well, that's the point of this whole show, is that we're all in this together. So we need to work together and share together and connect together. So that's what we're attempting to do right now.
Yeah. Because especially, I mean, now, no, I don't even want to say that. Your show is already doing that at a time now where everyone relies on social media and virtual get-togethers. It is so crucial, because otherwise, the effects of isolation are sizable. So I hope that everyone is managing.
Yeah.
That was very deep.
Well, gosh, thanks so much. You know, I had Ed Helms on here a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, we love Ed.
And we sang we had a little taste of Country Roads. We sang For You. Ed and I did on this show, just a little bit. So at some point we're going to record that. Would you be part of recording that with us?
YES. Can I just be?
Okay, wait.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
It means yes.
Okay.
And can I, first of all, do you remember how grounded Erin was then? Like, how she was just sort of like you guys were, your characters were like vying for my affection. And Erin, she was normal. She had some brown hair and she was just like the new girl in the office. And then she got so much weirder.
She got quirkier and weirder. Yeah. A lot of characters did that. They really changed over Mindy Kaling became like this incredible flibberty gibbet, but early on she was just a kind of normal human resources girl in the back.
Yeah. It got, you stayed pretty consistent, I want to say. Well, I watched the show from the beginning. You didn't.
I think so. I think Dwight was pretty similar, episode 3, 4. But
can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Dwight is the reason my whole family started watching the show. Because, I didn't come on until over halfway through. It's just the truth. Rainn, I've never told you that, but it's time you know. That's how you guys got 6 more viewers, because we were watching the show and we said, we love this character, Dwight. So thank you for doing that for us.
That's very sweet. I really appreciate that. All the Kempers love them some Dwight.
Kemper's in the house. They love their Dwight. Oh, no.
I love that
quarantine. Song. I like it too. Kemper's in the house.
They love some Dwight.
They love some Dwight.
Hey.
Some Dwight. They love some Dwight. Uh-oh. Isolation crazy.
We better stop this. Thanks so much for joining on the thing. See, I'm not going to do a screenshot. I'm going to do a...
Oh, I want to do a screenshot. Wait, what are you doing? Should I smile? All right, can you smile for mine? 1, 2. Or you don't have to smile. There we go. I just want... There. Oh, my gosh. I just see the screenshot. I am like pale yellow beige.
Yeah, you're like one of those Chinese lanterns, like those floating paper lanterns. You look like one of those, like with a smile and a little red wig on top.
Yep. With a little bit of gray. Okay, thank you, Rainn.
You're one of my favorite human beings on the planet, and thank you so much for taking time out from your babies and your terrible husband to come and talk with me today.
Rainn, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to me. This has lifted my spirits. Thank you.
I wish that Brenda had been forever.
I know. One day.
Maybe there could be a Brenda Forever Backstrom crossover show.
I would Brenda for Backstrom. I would love
There we go.
that.
Yeah.
Call our agent.
Brenda Backstrom. Let's call him. Get him on the horn.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I have agents anymore.
I don't know
what's
if
going on
do.
in show business. Yeah. Bye, Ellie.
Bye, Rainn. Thank you. Bye,
All
guys.
right.
Do I do?
She's like, do I do? What a horrible person. She's the worst. I hope she's listening right now because she sucks. Ugh. But, give the people what they want. They want to talk to people from the office talking to each other.